Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome to another Daily Masters cast taken from the European, what's it called? The WCS Season 2 European Regional Final game. So a whole bunch of Europeans doing a whole bunch of awesome European things. And yeah, it is going to be in this game, TLO, blue Zerg player up at the top right side of the map, and a red Terran player up the top left side of the map. And this is the second of at least 10 games that we're going to play from the European WCS Season 2 Regional Finals, and it is going to be freaking awesome. And so we're just going to play through, see how it goes. We've got a nice, beautiful big map here, so almost certainly going to see a fast expansion from MMA, and probably a nice fast third base from TLO as well, just to get that massive amount of economy going on, because it takes literally half an hour to get from one base to the other, even though they're not split. If they were split diagonally, it would have been insane, but nah, it's a bit better. And this Overlord actually picked a nice direction to go first off, so I don't know if TLO knows how the layout usually happens, but he definitely picked right here. And, well, technically he picked left, but he did pick correct in the direction he was going to scout, and that is going to be fantastic. Command Center already going down for MMA at the 2:20-minute mark, and that is going to be fantastic. And, of course, the hatchery already going down for TLO. And so if everything's going really, really well for both players. Here comes the barracks about to come down as well. And, yeah, I've actually got the Hearthstone beta key a few days ago now. Actually, it'll be about 4 or 5 days by the time this goes up, and I've been doing a lot of Hearthstone casting, like a lot. And what I'm doing is I'm basically going to be playing a single video every single day. So a single video, about 20 to 30 minutes of Hearthstone content, just whatever, just doing the plays, doing the arenas, doing practice matches, doing the tutorials obviously right at the start. But I'm intending to go through it and make it as close as possible to how you would go to it in, like, you know, just if you're an average Joe, you got the beta key, you jump into the game and you're like, alright, what do I do now? I'm going to try and cover everything, absolutely everything that I do in the game. So, I mean, if you're somebody like me, you've watched all the really, really good casters, and some of them do a bit of the intro stuff, like practice games and all that sort of stuff. Most of them, they get into the really, really awesome sort of tactics. They check out awesome builds, awesome decks. They check out really, really awesome arena plays that they've done. So they play a lot and they show you the best of it. And that's a good way to go. But what I'm going to do is a video every day and show you pretty much everything. So it's actually going to be a bit hard, because I can only really cast when I'm not uploading, because there's a bit of internet pressure. I actually had a couple of lags and DCs while I was casting, and that's just bad. So I'm only going to go play when I'm not uploading, and I've got so many games I'm uploading all over the place, so it's quite tricky. But yeah, I really wanted to sort of push that experience across my YouTube channel of doing everything, not just the highlights, but everything. So all of the practice matches at the start, all of the playthroughs, all the way up to Masters level medal. I don't think I'm going to get to Masters level medal, but yeah, you know, just as much as I can, and just keep on pushing it out until the open beta comes out. So anybody who's still waiting for a beta key can follow it and kind of get the experience of playing the game by themselves for the very first time. The experience you're missing at the moment, however, is these guys actually casting this game, which is a bit unfortunate, but it does look like we're going to see some Hellbat drops coming out from MMA. He's got the Gap coming out here. He's got the Starport and the Armory, so a couple of Hellbats going to come out extremely soon, we can only assume. And then, of course, we're going to be seeing a medevac. There we go, a couple of Hellbats and a medevac. So it's beautiful play. We can see that TLO has got all of his bases up, all 3 of his bases. He's not building anything incredibly crazy. He hasn't got a Roach Warren. He hasn't... Whoops, that's the wrong one. he hasn't got a lair yet. So the upgrade says Mutiling. That's what the upgrades are telling me. They're telling me he's going for Mutiling, which is, you know, which is pretty good. And he's got a nice big map. And if he gets the creep spread out beautifully, then Mutiling is going to be pretty good on a nice big map. They're generally a bit faster than Roach Hydra in terms of moving around on the map, so a lot better able to harass, and he can go just two-pronged attacks on the 3rd and 4th base, maybe sneak some mutas into the natural at the same time. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, probably 7 Overlords saw this medevac coming in, so TLO definitely going to be ready. He's got a whole bunch of Queens, and they just smashed that medevac. That is from one volley. 40 damage taken. These guys, I don't know how much damage they do because this interface doesn't tell me, but absolutely fantastic. I think this just got build. It was flashing. I thought flashing meant it's getting attacked, but yeah, it looks like it's just getting built. And one other thing that I haven't quite mentioned, I suppose it should be obvious. You'd hope it'd be obvious, but all this Hearthstone craziness going on, I'm going to do one Hearthstone video a week. I am still going to do Daily Masters. Daily Masters is happening every single day. Every single day a Starcraft 2 game is going to come out. And actually the timing's pretty good for me to do a daily for each game, because I just finished the WCS Grand Final for the Season 2. That was finished probably a couple of days ago. You would have seen the last game. So, and I was planning on doing DreamHack Bucharest, but I have not been able to get the replays for it. And maybe that's for the better, because it gives me a lot more time to cast this Hearthstone stuff and get it up. If I was trying to do the tournament and Daily Masters and Hearthstone, I would probably go crazy. It would just be too much. So anyway, we're going to concentrate on Daily Masters and Hearthstone. Also casting some Left 4 Dead. And the background, I finished a couple of campaigns now on advance, the first 2 campaigns. I tell you what, the passing, man, oh, it's so painful. You will find out exactly how painful it is when I start uploading those. Those will be on my second channel at some point. The main reason I'm not uploading them yet is because they're huge files. It seems that the more that action that happens in the file, the bigger it is. So, for example, Hearthstone videos are tiny because it's just the cards moving. The rest of the screen doesn't really move. Starcraft is sort of in the middle. You have a view like this, not much is changing, but you are moving around like that, and that causes the video size to go up quite fast. So I could do this, and the video size is going up a ton. I'll leave it like that, and it's only going up a tiny bit. I can actually see the video size as it goes up. So yeah, very, very interesting. But what have we got going on in this game? Left 4 Dead 2, I forgot to mention. Because you're constantly moving around, because it's a first-person shooter, you're always changing the screen. Constantly. And the video files are huge. I've had 15-minute games, 20-minute games that are 7 gig. And it's just like, my average 20-minute game for StarCraft is like 1.5 gigs. And 20 minutes for Hearthstone is like 400 meg. So it's really, really, really insane, Left 4 Dead. And my upload speed is completely crap. So I'm going to be uploading those definitely this. I cannot do one a day Left 4 Dead unless somebody wants to sponsor me for some fiber internet. Which I mean, if you want to sponsor me for fiber internet, I'm not going to say no. Definitely, that would be fantastic. Looking a bit more at this game, I mean, the Banelings, he's got a very, very nice ground force. He's got a bunch of mutas coming in. The upgrades are good, very, very good. Baneling speed, I think, is just finished. Or he just cancelled it. Yeah, I think he didn't cancel it. He just got off the edge because there's only a certain amount of space here. TLO goes nuts on the upgrades. 4, 5, 6 coming out. Absolutely crazy. MMA just recently got his 3rd. He is not going to be expecting this much. The mutas finally coming out. They're going to be able to start sniping the medevacs. We do have a bunch of Widow Mines as well as the Hellions, which I feel are just kind of left over from early game. I don't think he's actively... Oh, he's actively producing Hellbats. So that's not bad. Ling's coming in. As soon as these guys are fully on creep, he can really, really start punishing these guys. And there we go. Baneling speed, and MMA knew they were coming because of his scans. He sees when they're coming, and as soon as he sees the Banelings over here, it gives him time to run, and he needs a lot of time to get out of there because of this creep. So he needs as much time as possible to run, and that is why they keep scanning. It's not only to see the creep tumors and wipe them out, that's important, but it's also so they get as much warning as possible on the banelings, on the lings coming in. Because if you don't have any warning, if you just have the vision at the end of this Marauders, then it's not good. And MMA actually letting his guard down once he was off the creep. TLO just running in with all of his forces. Did quite a bit of damage, but reinforcements coming in. The Muta's going to be focusing on just whatever. I'm not sure if they're focusing on anything, but the Hellbat's doing quite a lot of damage before finally being taken out. Bunch more Marines coming in. Going to just be able to squeeze these guys away, but TLO has done a fantastic job right here. And MMA does not know about any of these bases. He might have an idea about this one, because there's a lot of units over there, but he does not know for sure. And if we have a look at TLO, he knows there's a third base there. So he is going to be fine, and we definitely can expect some impact on that soon enough. A couple of Marines going to be doing a bit of a scout out here. They are going to stim and run, try and save themselves as the Mutas are coming in. And here he goes, only just building missile turrets here, so that is way behind schedule, but he's got a Widow Mine and a whole bunch of Marines, so he's defending it quite well. Medevac going around for the long way, and this Medevac might actually see some very, very interesting stuff here. So nice stroke of luck there for MMA. He was going for a long way around to hit this base probably, but he managed to find some bases down the bottom. Mutas instantly, they either saw this defense or they decided they were better needed down there, but they are going to be running away. And the drones all coming in, just taking so much damage. And now the Medevac just be able to lift up over and over again to save those Marines. Only Mutas can really take it out. And even then it's a bit dicey because the Medevacs can just burst up and just go so fast. And TLO all over the place trying to stop these attacks, trying to stop those attacks. Meanwhile, he's just going to say, you know what, I'm going to hit the middle, just going to chase MMA away. And MMA has got hit from every single direction at once. He's trying to get away, but there's only a matter of time before he just gets surrounded. And TLO choosing not... he's just going to send off a small amount of his forces. A large amount of lings, actually. Not that many banelings, but still going to be enough. Where are the overseers? TLO has got to realize that he needs overseers, because the Widow Mines otherwise are just going to start taking a humongous impact on his army. There's the overseer coming over. And the Widow Mines all go down. Now the Medevac is going to start to take some damage. Couple more Widow Mines over there. One of them gets a nice hit off. But the Mutas are not clumped over the Widow Mines. So that's fine. They're going to get chased away by some reinforcements here. Meanwhile, these guys finally going to be taking this hatchery out. TLO has not managed to spring any reinforcements over there. He's too busy dealing with this main army, just wiping out the bases over and over again. He took out one, he's taken out this other one, which wasn't really doing much. If he can take out this base as well, he will really, really cripple MMA's economy. But this base is going to be extremely well defended. Look at the worker gap. 33, that is completely insane right now. But so is the defense here. The defense for MMA's third base. Really, really nice. He's got to start pushing out a couple of overlords sent out as scouts. And I don't know if he actually wanted to send those out as scouts, because they're going to get killed. And that's bad, because he's starting to get close to being supply capped. And you do not want to be supply capped when you have this much economy. So he's going to have to build a whole ton of those guys. He's not actually building any overlords. He's building a whole bunch of other stuff. But he really, really should get onto those overlords very, very soon. A couple of Widow Mines managing to get in here. Just hitting these little banelings that are constantly getting built. Where is the overseer, you might ask? I do not know. Trying to defend this, but not quite in position. These guys just take too long to land. And he's going to come in, start hitting this. TLO still has 4 bases fully mining, even if he loses that one. So he's not going to feel it too bad, but he cannot allow MMA to just go around willy-nilly and start taking stuff out. So he's not going to engage that force. He's still too worried about this. Managed to get a Spore Crawler over there. Manages to take out the Widow Mine, but a drop on the back of the base. And the pressure that MMA is putting on TLO is very, very impressive right now. These guys doing a nice drop over there, straight off from this third base. And Baneling's going to be finishing those guys up. But more Marines coming in the center. And TLO is starting to look a little bit ragged right now, a little bit haggard. He's trying to get some Ultras out. But MMA is hitting him in that sweet spot where he's got so much invested in getting the Ultra Tech out, and his income, his mineral income, is starting to look a little bit shaky. It's still good now. He's managed to get it a bit under control, but it was looking a little bit shaky there for a second. And meanwhile, MMA is going to be getting a 4th base out. He does not actually have a 4th command center, so he's going to be building one of those fairly soon. The forces coming in, going to try and scare some creep away. The Bailing's being built, not in a very good position. He's cancelling them just in time to save them, but only the ones he can absolutely not save. The Bailing's coming in, take out most of this army, and the workers take off the rest. of the workers distracting them. Bailing's finishing them off. Whole bunch of mutas there. How many mutas do we actually have? 21. That's not a bad number. 61 Marines though. And the Widow Mines are going to start to take their toll on the Ultras now that they are out. But it looks like TLO is going to be going for a double-pronged attack. Moving in here. And MMA is not going to want to move his main force backwards because the Ultras can just hit them up the arse. And the Muta's getting out of there very wisely before this reinforcement force took them all out. So MMA still in a fairly good position. And sending out some spare forces just to trigger the Widow Mines, but there's more than enough Widow Mines out here to be taking all sorts of hit. The Muta's going around, maybe going to skip over here to the 4th base, and TLO with his force, not that many Marauders, but a very, very decent amount of Widow Mines, so those Ultras are still in quite a danger of being taken out. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from the Mutas here. They could not have picked a better target to attack. This is going to go down. There is nothing this ground force can do about it. So it's going to push MMA into just going an insane amount of attack here. But they are trapped between 2 forces of Ultras. Beautiful lift up, and he needs to start wiping out those Widow Mines. There's just too many Widow Mines. Where are the bloody Overseers when you need them? He needs an Overseer over there. He needs to start taking them out. The Widow Mines, sorry, the Muta's getting scared away. Hitting some reinforcements, actually. But this patch of reinforcements is just too large. And, man, is TLO going to be able to get something to really deal with those? This Widow Mine patch here, starting to look very, very scary. And running some Ultras into there is going to be a very, very bad idea. And look at that, he's actually supply cap. All his Overlords getting taken out. Another drop over here. And TLO starting to look like he's in a bit of trouble. He's actually really looking like he's in a bit of trouble. Oh, the Widow Mines doing so much damage. Overlords, their health is falling so fast. Finally making it into the main army. But a decent number of Marauders in this army. And the Overlords, sorry, the Ultralists, going to take quite a bit of damage. And there we go. TLO is going to give the GG. Just too much harassment from MMA. Too much awesome, awesome pressure. And in the end, even the Ultralists could not keep TLO in this game. So congratulations to MMA for a very, very nice victory versus TLO. And stay tuned tomorrow for another Daily Masters. This has been Harry Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.